I don't know when to close the trade. You enter trade, you check MetaTrader, everything's running smooth, everything's blue, and then you realize you don't know when to close the trade. Is that you? Knowing when to exit the trade is very crucial part of your trading. Last time we talked about how to enter the trade, where to enter the trade, and what are stop loss. So this time we're gonna focus on the take profit scenarios when you are trading the SK trading system. The beauty about the SK system is that we have set rules for every single thing and for the take profits as well. Take profits can be something that's very emotional because it's easy to see that your trading is running in a profit, but you will never truly know when to actually close it. So many people actually struggle with understanding, okay, when should I close the profit? So that's why with the SK system, we have 5 different take profit scenarios. We're gonna walk through every single one of them. At the end of this video, I'm gonna walk you through the GBPCAD trade example we had the last week and kind of explain the thought process behind it. So make sure to watch this video until the end. Let's get started with the theory and with the 5 take profit scenarios we have when trading SK. So let's start with the first one. The first one is gonna be the 100% correction level. So what does the 100% correction mean? The 100% correction means that the market corrects this whole down move or the up move. So let's say our entry is right there. So this is where we're gonna enter the market in this case. That means when the market's gonna hit this correction right there or correct this whole move, that's gonna be the 100% correction. Means if the market goes from here, let's say it goes all up there, like this, at this point it has hit the 100% correction. Why is it 100% correction? Well, because it has corrected 100% of this whole down move. That's why it's called the 100% correction. Next one is gonna be the opposite correction level. So the opposite correction level means the opposite correction level from where the market came from. So in this case, if the market goes down with move like that, means the opposite correction level is gonna be from this high all the way to this low. And this 50% would represent the opposite correction level. So why is it called the opposite? Because sometimes in this part, that's when the market actually could turn around, where bears could possibly join the market as well. So if the market would do like this would represent an interesting area for the bears and they could possibly join this market. The next take profit scenario would be the sequence target. So the sequence target is pretty straightforward. Let's say you enter the market right there, and with the time market actually has created sequence like that. That means you could pick a sequence target like a possible take profit scenario. Keep in mind that most likely that's going to be a target that's going to be further away. But there are scenarios where you could use that. But it's important for you guys to understand that different take profit scenarios are used in different situations. It'd be very hard for me to teach you right now every single possible situation right out there. If you really want to understand the whole thing, the whole system, everything, you guys should join the iGenius, as that's the only way how you guys can really learn the SK system, because there's so much more than that behind the whole thing as just drawing the rectangles. Let's continue with the next one. And next one's going to be the daily range. So daily range is a little bit special as it is actually an indicator. So one of the community members for us created this daily range indicator. You can find it by going here to indicators and just write a daily range. And so what it does, so if you go to this indicator, so it's gonna pop up right there, top left. It basically shows you how much does the market moves in average for the past 90 days. And that gives you kind of a rough understanding, okay, where should I put my take profit? If the market's moving like a 40 pips in the average, it would not be the smartest thing for me to take profit. That's like more than 100 pips away if I want to take the bag during the day. In this case, we are in GBP Canadian dollar. And you can see here in top left, the daily range says 75.34. So it means in this case, if I would pick a daily range as a take profit scenario, it would go from all the way down here all the way up there. And there are some cases when you pick a daily range as a take profit scenario, but not every single time. And the last one, and that's actually a very simple one, it's gonna be the 1 to 3 risk reward ratio. So what does it mean? You guys learned from the last video what's it gonna be the stop loss for this pair, as this is the GBPCAD, it's gonna be 20, right? So you have the 20 pip stop. And that means your 1 to 3 risk reward ratio is gonna be somewhere 60 pips, correct? There we go. In some situations, this will be your possible take profit scenario as well. As I said, different situations require different take profits. So guys, before we start, very important thing, past results don't guarantee future results. Results are not typical. That's a disclaimer there. So I'm gonna show you something, okay? So right here you can see, guys, on August 1st, I actually put in this trading idea in my SKB Wallet Telegram channel. You can find the link down below. And where I said, good morning everyone, GBPCAD has painted beautiful chart picture. I draw out this interesting area and actually let the people know about it. And if you guys know the SK system, well, you could most likely participate in this trade. But you know what's a beautiful part? Stefan Kassing posted this trading idea on the Seekwiser. Seekwiser basically where the Stefan posts his trading ideas, and if you know how to use the SK system, you could maybe get some entry possibility out of there. So he shows us this picture and says market with the new selling area. So then you would go to the chart, draw out the same exact area like here, and then you would basically set your trades like we learned in the last video. This is the beautiful thing that the iGenius customers have called Seekwiser. So now once you have drawn this area, it's time actually to set the entries. We learned that in the last video. Now the market goes all the way up, joins our area, and that's actually the time when you have to decide, okay, where should I put my take profit? And very simple. As we learned, 3 different possibilities. First of all, we have daily range. Daily range is at 75, so that'll be something interesting. We have the opposite correction area. So if I'm gonna draw the opposite correction area, we're gonna be, in this case, somewhere right there. That's like 48 pips. And here comes the one rule, what we have when we are talking about take profits, that's the risk reward ratio should be at least 1 to 3. That means if I'm risking 20 pips, I want to get at least 60 pips back. So in this case, the opposite correction level is not gonna be a take profit scenario. So then we are just left with daily range of 75 pips right there and the 100% correction, correct? Correct. So based on the whole structure, how the market built the whole thing up, I actually decided to go for 100% in this trade, and this is the result. It's very important to understand that this topic we covered in previous video doesn't mean anything if you have no idea what you're doing in the charts, and if your turning areas are wrong, then the results are not going to be good and performance is not going to be good. To summarize, guys, today we learned take profit scenarios. We have the daily range, the 100% correction. We have the opposite correctional and the sequence target. And then we also learned the rule. Your take profit should be at least 1 to 3 risk reward ratio. It means you're risking 20 pips. It should be at least 60. On this note, thank you for watching, guys. Have a good one.